Magandang buhay. We are Group 9 and we're going to discuss the Week 16, the research proposal. Here's are the research proposal format. First is title, abstract, introduction, literature review, research methodology, data gathering, data analysis, and the last is citation.
So first we have title. So in making a research title, you should make it a catchy yet informative so that you can attract readers to read your research study. So the title communicates what to expect in your study and indicates your research question. Thus, the research title should be concise and avoid writing titles in general perspectives or phrases such as an investigation of, a review of, and etc. And make the title concise and well defined. So the title is where you provide the information about the focus or the scope of your research, and it gives us of what to expect in your study. Next is the abstract. The abstract summarizes your research that is approximately 100 to 250 word long and includes the research question, hypothesis of your research, the research methodology, and findings. So the abstract highlights major points of your research and explain the significance of your work. In other words, it is the overall of your research study. And also, abstract is the last thing that you write once you're sure of the conclusion you will reach. And the purpose of abstract is to help potential readers to determine the relevance of your research and to convey the findings to those who don't have the time to read the whole research paper.
Next is introduction. Introduction of your paper includes the background of information about research and framework that will help the audience understand and how research is related to other studies. In this the significance of research, in this section, you have to include how your study can benefit the current body of your knowledge regarding to the topic and society. A research significance is the statement that explains how why your study matters and what contribution it makes your field. It's often too required in academic proposal report and papers to persuade readers, reviewers, and funders that your research is worth pursuing and support. In addition, in this section, discuss the following four relevant ideas of the research study. First is the topic or subject matter. Elaborate by using other paragraph developments such as classification, description, giving example, process, comparison, contrast, and combination of this method. Second is importance of the topic. You may cite the role that issue plays in one's life and benefit derived from it. You may cite legal bases such as law, decrees, and constitutional provision related to the topic or highlight its historical background. The third is reason for choosing the topic. Emphasize what motivates you to choose the topic. And fourth, for the purpose of the study. Your goal or object must be guide you. What do you want to do? What do you want to do to find out? Investigate, look into, determine, or prove. Include a sentence that begins with the purpose of the studies is. It will give you a clarify about the purpose and information the reader directly and implicit. Statement of the problem. According to Creswell, a problem might be defined as issue that exists in the literature theory or practice that leads to need for the study. Furthermore, the problem statement indicates that stu- study context you may study how approach. And a problem statement is the explanation in research that describe the issue, what is need of the study. What problem is the research attempting to address? How a problem statement allows the reader to quickly understand the purpose and intent of the research.
Literature review. The review of the literature provides the background and context of the research problem and should establish the need for the research and indicate the writer is knowledgeable about the area. It allows you to conduct extensive background research and support your research question with abundant proof from credible sources. Um, Literature review is like gather information from different books and articles about a specific topic. It's like putting together puzzle pieces to understand what already been said and what gaps still need to be filled. Uh, the literature review is used for following purposes: to reverse other study that you included in your research, to create precise research question, to assess information from previous literature related to your study, to comprehend other issues that may be relevant to your study, to show the importance of your study to the topic. Furthermore, the literature review also accomplishes the following: shows the results of other research that are closely related to your study, shows how your study can relate to other literature and fill it the gaps of the current body of knowledge, provide provides a framework for establishing the importance of the study as well as benchmark for comparing the result of the study with other findings.
Research methodology. This section explains the method you choose for your research question and how you will execute it. Explain why the specific process is suitable for your research and how it will help you to attain your research goals. Also known as the heart the heart of the heart of the research the heart of the proposal. The research methodology section is a where the activity should be described with as much detail as possible and the continuity between them should be apparent. Research methodology is the specific procedure or techniques used to identify, select, process, and analyze information about a topic. In a research paper, the methodology section allows the reader to critically evaluate and study overall validity and reliability. These are some of the methods you need to follow. Restate your thesis. Restate your thesis or research problem. Explain approach you choose. Explain any uncommon methodology you use. Number 4, describe how you collected the data you use. And number 5, explain the methods you use to analyze the data you collected. Research design. The researcher used to descriptive design according to Aquino. Descriptive research is a fact finding with adequate interpretation. The descriptive method is something more and beyond just data gathering. The latter is not reflective thinking or research. The true meaning of the data collected should be reported from the point of view of the objectives and the basic assumption of the respondent.
So data gathering. Data gathering outline the plan for the data collection and the general outline of the schedule and you expect to follow. The quality and quantity of the data gathered will determine the validity of the research results. So data gathering is the process of gathering or collecting and measuring information on targeted variable. In writing this part of the research paper, the discussion should cover the following information. First is the source data. Source data is where the data or information come from, like the respondents of your study. Next is the process of data collection. Data collection, it is the instrument used to collect the data like survey, interviews, and more, and how you retrieve the data you collected. Next is the data gathering. In data gathering, under the data gathering, there are respondents of the study, sampling techniques, instruments used, construction of instruments, validation of instruments, administration and retrieval of the questionnaire, and the data gathering procedure. Next is the data analysis. So data analysis is the most crucial part of any research because it summarizes the collected data. Data analysis involves the interpretation of data gathered by using analytical and logical reasoning to determine the patterns, relationships, or trends. So, data analysis, it is the process of reviewing data and arriving at a relevant conclusion using the various analytical and research methods. Um, under data analysis is under the chapter 4 of the research paper, presentation, analysis, interpretation of data. So in this part of the study is a presentation of the findings and conclusion. The specific problems of the study are used as the basis of the assessment tools to study the feedback of the respondents, analyze and interpret the data gathered.
Citation. The citation gives credit to the source of information used in one's work and relates your work to previous work. It acknowledges the use of other people's opinions, idea, theories, and invention. Citing is important as you are required to cite the ideas and concepts that you included in your works that do not belong to you. The source must be cited if it is not your original idea or concept, regardless if you summarize, paraphrase, or use direct quotes unless this information is considered to be a commonly known fact. Citations means gives credit to the source you use in your writing. You're showing where you found the information so others can check it too. It's important because it helps to avoid plagiarism and gives credibility to your work. Your source can be cited in the following two ways. Number one is reference, a list that includes all the literature you have cited. Number two is bibliography, a list that includes all literature you have studied for your writing, whether your site is it or not. Number three is article, last name and initial of the authors in the same order as the article, publication year, article title, journal title, volume, pages. Four is books, thesis, and reports. Last name, initial of the authors in the same order as in the book. Publication year, book, title, subtitle, publisher, place of publication, the total number of pages. Number five is chapters from edited book. Last name and initial of the chapter authors in the same order as in the chapter. Publication year, chapter, title, in editor names, book, title, subtitle, publisher, place of publication, chapter pages. Appendix, the need for complete documentation generally di- dictates the inclusion of appropriate appendix in proposal.
These are some rules you need to follow for making a research. First one, in structure of research paper, the following rules are suggested to better structure your paper. Number 1, focus on a central contribution. Number 2, write for those who do not know your work. Number 3, use the context, content, conclusion approach. Number 4, avoid superfluous information and use parallel structures. Number 5, summarize your research in the abstract. Number 6, explain the importance of your research in the introduction. Number 7, explain your result in a logical sequence and support them with figures and tables. Number 8, discuss any data gap and limitation. Number 9, allocate your time for the most important section. And last one, get feedback from colleagues.
And that's all our report. And the members is Rica Sarmiento, Justin Tolosa, Russell Rialto, and Adrian Mendoza.